They came with the smoke into dumb Ramil's fire-carved stone. 4 souls still wearing workers' chains beneath the skin and bone. A city where the flame is God and forge and guillotine, and the festival of the ashen moon was burning in between. Bone flutes and fire dancers, priests with hymns through cracking teeth, children in their horned masks and the war drum underneath. The sects were watching everything the way that sects always do. Dumb Ramil never watches without judging, keep that in mind. Ash and ember, memory and fire, 4 trials for 4 souls climbing ever higher. A locket given, a confession made to flame, and Barry blasted Silas in the back again. First the arena, sun and shadow, blood and cheering throats. Under Talvik Mars smoke, rough and gaze, they earned their votes. Not for glory, no, for alliance, something grimmer still. When the dust had settled, High Fort nodded, we will march at will. Next the gilded forge, which did not want their strength or steel. It wanted sacrifice, it wanted meaning, something real. Verrill Hadron, burned, scarred, brass-bound, led them to the relic's corpse. And Razkor reached for the locket at his neck, the last thing left of everyone he'd lost, and gave it without a word. The engine stirred. The guild listened. Then the crucible where fire is made holy flame made judge. Silas walked it barefoot, carrying every buried grudge. Stripped of steel and title, between the braziers full of all the regrets a man accumulates before he starts to fall. He confessed not to his gods, not to the friends who'd watched him bleed, but to the flame itself he gave the thing he couldn't keep. That he bore the crimson lady's curse within his sacred veins. That blood once holy had been touched by something that remains. The brazier did not recoil, it burned brighter. He came out blistered, shaking, changed. I don't have a joke for that part. Ash and ember, memory and fire, 4 trials for 4 souls climbing ever higher. A locket given, a confession made to flame, and Barry blasted Silas in the back again. Last came the whispering dark, the shade born in their hall of echoes, where murals blink and doorways murmur things nobody knows. They wrestled secrets from the bedrock of the city's bones, and found the truth that dumb Ramil had buried under stones. A betrayal older than the oldest living sect alive, the kind of truth that all truths share. It smelled of ash and knife. The sects convened to hear the prophecy spoken out in fire, and every faction saw the same thing. Dumb Ramil entire, collapsing, burning. Unity, no. Unity is a bedtime story told by fools to soothe themselves. The sects snarled behind their smiles, as sects do. Into the echo vault they went beneath the soot and steam, through tunnels thick with static and with regret between. Past statues weeping, soot that whispered oath-breaker at each face. A mirrored chamber where their own reflections judged the space. The ashen warden waited, once a guardian, now grief made whole. Its chains flailed with forgotten vows, its helm bled life and soul. The battle howled with magic, rang with steel, and then of course Barry's guided bolt found Silas mid-fight with considerable force. The paladin emerged smoking like overcooked lamb. This is the second time I have begun to suspect it is not entirely accidental. At the heart of the vault, the echo shard pulsed in its sorrow deep. Not a relic born of power, but of revelation's keep. Blueprints of forgotten wonders open like an old wound's light. Engines needing no fire, cities healing through the night. souls made pure again from ash. The guild would not forget, no parade met them leaving, only steam and what was set in motion by 4 people who descended into truth and came back up with something older than the fire's proof. Now they fly at a line toward unfinished promises, Silas chasing the crimson lady, brazen feeling ancient roots beneath his feet, Razkor watching a future that feels more like prophecy than path. The flame has not died, dear listener. It has only begun to breathe. Ash and ember, memory and fire, 4 souls descending, 4 souls climbing higher. A locket given, a confession made to flame, and Barry blasted Silas in the back again. Some things, it seems, are also prophecy.